Good morning, Early On families. This is Miss Jennifer here, and welcome to another Cook With Me on Tuesday. Today, we're going to be making something very, very yummy with some bananas. I wonder what we're going to be making. Do you guys know? Maybe look at the title or the description. Maybe it'll explain. Well, what we're going to be making is banana bread muffins. I love banana bread. I hope you guys too. So let's get it on in and let's get started. So what you're going to need here are these ingredients and materials. So you're going to need a muffin tin or muffin pan, like I have here. Give me the small ones or the big ones, it doesn't matter. You're going to need some all-purpose flour. I have that in the corner over here. You're going to need baking soda and baking powder. So you're going to need both of them. You're going to need some salt. Got some salt here. Going to need some bananas. I have some frozen and I have some actual ones here. So we're going to try both today. And then you're going to need is some unsalted butter, which I have around here. Got some unsalted butter that I'm going to have to melt in a bit. You're going to need some light or dark brown sugar, which I have right here. Got some brown sugar here. And now we're going to need 2 large eggs. I got 2, probably about medium, but I would say they're about large. And then you're going to need some vanilla extract, and optional, you can add whatever you guys would like into them. So it could be like chocolate chips or anything like that. All right, so first we are going to preheat our oven to 400. So let me just make sure there's nothing in my oven here. Perfect. So now we're going to preheat it to 400, as it says on the oven here. You guys might be able to see that. Preheating it right now to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to prepare your muffin pan with some muffin liners. I have some here. They're quick and easy to get. But if you don't have any, that is okay. Just make sure that you put something on your muffin tin, in your muffin tins before you put your stuff in, to make sure that there is no stickage. So there's something in mine here. All right, now I'm going to line my muffin tin up here. Let's move these bowls out of the way so you guys can see. And all of my materials. All right, so now we're going to line our muffin tin here. And this is the fun part for the kids. They get to line up the muffin tins. You're also going to be needing some type of picking tool to put in your muffins during the baking process as well. So make sure that is a must. All right, put some in here. Ooh, they like to stick together really good. All right. Make sure that they're not doubled or anything. Some of them will come out doubled probably with extra linings on them, but that is okay. Goodness me, it doesn't want to go. There you go. For the people that are here, you're also going to need is a bowl, 2 bowls, one for your stuff that is not wet and wet. Your wet ingredients and your not wet ingredients. All right, here we go. Some of them are going to be doubled, but that is okay. All right, so now we are all done that. So now they're ready and prepared to go into the oven. So first, what we're going to do is put these aside while we wait for this. There. And now we're going to get onto the measuring process here, where it gets good. So now what we're going to do is in a large bowl, I have my large bowl right here. It's pretty big actually. And we're going to mash our bananas only until small chunks remain. So I have some frozen bananas here even, and we're going to dump them in. They kind of have some liquid. I'm just gonna dump out. All right. So now we're gonna put those in here. So we have some frozen bananas. And then we're going to get our actual bananas and we're going to put them in. And this is a great sensory for your child as it's something different to feel. All right. And it just smells really good. I love bananas. Okay, let's get those off. So now as for people that have just joined, we are right now mashing our bananas into smaller, finer pieces. So we have it in our big bowl and our oven is preheated to 400. As I mash up my bananas into smaller pieces. So it's going to be a second here. You can even use your hands for sensory experience if you want to mash them. Just make sure your hands are washed and clean. Mash them up. So pretty good sizes here. You can use a fork even if they don't like it, or you can use a spoon, something that can crush them. A fork probably would be easier. That's what I would use. That's okay. They combined really well. It's a black piece. All right. I think that looks pretty good. You can probably mash them up as any size you like. I'm just going to leave mine about like this. So I'll show you guys. Just mashing one last one up that's pretty big. All right, so after you're done mashing, this is kind of what they should look like. All of your bananas mashed together. They look really good. And then next, you're going to add in melted and cooled butter. So let me grab something to melt my butter in here quickly. I'll just melt it in a bowl here. We're just going to add in some unsalted butter, and we're going to melt it for a few seconds. Let me just grab a fork or a knife here. We're going to put in to the bowl. Melted butter is 1 cup of melted butter. So let's, or 1.5 cup of unsalted butter. So, all right. Let me make sure that I am cutting this properly. You could probably even use margarine, to be honest. Oh. Let's see how much this is going to make about it. Probably cut a little bit more. we're going to melt this in the microwave for a second. So I'll be 1 second, guys. Just gonna put that in there. I'm gonna put that in for at least 30 seconds to see how quick it melts. All right, while we're at it, so while it's doing that, we can do something else. So then next, we are going to add in our brown sugar and stir until well combined. So our brown sugar, our butter, and our bananas. So for our brown sugar, I have right here, it's right in front of me. We're gonna need, doesn't want to come off. There you go. Let me just check on our melted butter. It's getting there, almost there. Do another 20 seconds. All right. So then after that, so we're going to need to put in our brown sugar. So you're going to need 3/4 cup. And that is our preheated. So we're going to need 3/4 cup. And that sounds like my butter is not working. Smooth that out here. So that it's just straight. Oops. It will get messy, and that is okay. I just messed up a little bit. So we're going to add in our 3/4 into there of brown sugar. Let's put this away now. A little bit of a mess at the end. Right, so now we got to get our butter. So now for our melted butter, we're going to need 2 cups of but it also has to be cold, so we got to leave it for a second. So I'm going to chill it actually quickly. For a second to let it cool. If there's any room here for a second. All right, so now while we wait for that, we can go on to doing our dry mixture while we're waiting. Right. So for our dry mixture, we're going to be in a separate bowl combining flour, baking soda, and baking powder and salt and stir until combined. So let's get our flour out. We have a lot of stuff in the way here. Lots and lots of things. Let's move this bowl out. Right. Sorry guys, there's a lot of stuff on the counter here. Ugh. So we got our big thing of flour here. Very big. You guys can see it as well. This is how big it is. It's pretty big. All right. So we're going to need is how many cups of flour? Let's see. We're going to need 1 1/2 cups. So we're going to need 1 cup. Well, there's already a cup in here. So we'll use 1 cup here. And then we're going to need is another cup of 1/2. All right. Perfect. I'm going to put that back now. As we're done with our flour. It was trying to run away there. So the next, what we're going to need is our baking soda and baking powder. So we're going to grab that and our salt. So all of the dry ingredients. So for our baking soda, which is right here, we're going to need is 1 teaspoon. So I got my one. Well, that's my tablespoon, I think. Here. Yeah, my tablespoon. Hold on, you guys. So grab a teaspoon. All right, so I got my 1 teaspoon to use for the baking soda. I also have a cute little lever here, but I'll just do this. Oh, actually, it's falling out here. So there we go. 1 teaspoon. Then you're going to need is 2 teaspoon of baking powder. So then here is our baking powder. I got open too. New. It won't open for me. There we go. There we go. Just gonna need a little bit there. We'll level it out here. There we go. Perfect. So then now after that, put this away. Perfect. Next we're going to mix up our mixtures, but we're also going to need some salt, I forgot. So we're going to need another tablespoon or teaspoon of salt. Let's get some salt here. Great, perfect. Now we're going to go on to our next part of it. I'm also going to grab the butter, so give me 1 second. All right, so our butter is cooled and ready to go in, I think. So now we're going to dump it into our wet mixture. Let's make sure it is matched up. So we might need to add some more butter. Into it, melt the butter. So give me 1 second. We got to add some more butter here because it is not melted enough. All right. Let's add some more stick of butter here. Some butter. Very hard to. No, it's pretty frozen right now for mine, as it was in my freezer still. But we'll get there. Here we go. I think we're gonna get about what we want here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's use about that much right now. All right. Come back to that later. So we're just gonna melt this again until melted and cold. Let me give you 1 second. All right. Do a quick 30 seconds. While we do that, I am just filling up some melted butter. It was not melted yet. But while we did that, we separated our dry mix and our wet mix separately for now, and then we're going to combine them after I get the butter in. But right now, what we can do is stir this together until combined, so we can stir our dry ingredients right now. So just stir them after. All right, let me grab my wet. That can go in for another 5 to 10 seconds. And while we do that, we can get our brown sugar mixing into this butter. I'm going to get it. It smells really good. Great. So in this one we have is our brown sugar and our bananas mashed up right now. And then we're going to get our butter in here. Ooh, it is hot too, so we need to cool that down a bit here. So I will be 1 second. That is cooling. But while we do that, we can go on to what we need to do next. So then after, we're going to combine our mixes together. So do not over mix. If desired, add in. You can add in whatever you guys like at this time. And then after, we're going to add them into our muffin tins. So we're going to wait for our butter to cool off for a second. And then we're going to dump it in. So give me 1 second. Our oven is ready and it is preheated. So we gotta wait for that. But for the people that just joined, welcome. I can go through the steps with you again while we wait. So what you're going to need if you had just joined, you're going to need is a muffin pan filled with some little muffin sheets to keep them from sticking. You're going to need is all-purpose flour. You're going to need baking soda, baking powder, salt, 3 medium ripe bananas, unsalted butter, melted and cooled. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And you need light or brown sugar. I think I'm using light, not too sure, or dark. 2 large eggs, I have them here, which actually I have not added in. In a large bowl of banana. Oh, we can add our eggs here while we wait as well. So I'm going to add our eggs into our mixture here. I almost forgot my eggs. All right. There's 1. And I did that one-handed. Okay. And 2. Perfect. Now we're going to mix that together really well. As we're waiting for our butter to cool off. Beautiful. So there is our eggs, bananas, and our brown sugar mixed together. Now I'm going to grab the butter here, as I think it is cool enough to put it. All right, perfect. Now, let's say we have about the minimum amount. Perfect. So we'll add it in there. Make sure it's not too hot. It is cool, so we're pretty good. All right. Now we're going to mix that together. So here's our wet ingredients now. Combined. Perfect. So now, after that, we're going to combine our wet and dry mix together. So I'm going to add it in our big bowl here. So we're going to add in our dry mix a little bit here and there. So let's do that. Let's get that in there. Stirring nice. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't know why it said that. I was trying to reconnect there. All right, so now we got our ingredients mixed together as our mixture. And do not overmix. So this is probably the best. So there we go. And then if desired, this is where you would add in everything. And now we're going to put them into our muffin tins. So now let's move this out of the way and put it on. I'm just going to grab a spoon. Families, I don't know why it kept doing that. So we're going to fix that. That's my fingers. All right, we're back though. All right, let's fill them up. Put them in there. Perfect. Gonna take a little bit tedious time here. Wish I could time speed past this for you guys so you can see the end product. This smells really good too. All right. Get this off with a scoop. Take a spoon into our tins. Perfect. I'm gonna have to fill them up, it looks like. And I'm just gonna have enough for 12, it looks like, as well, which is perfect. So let's see if I can add some somewhere. Let's add some here. I'll add a little bit to that one. Go. And a little bit to this one. Some of them might be bigger than others, but that's okay. And I think we're actually pretty good, but I have a little bit of leftover here. So I'm going to try to fill some of these spots up with the leftover mixture I have on my spoon here. And that back one. And we are good to go. All right. So that is all of our mixture. I'm just going to put this goop off my hands here. All right. So it is full, and now we are going to put it in our oven for, so you should have preheated your oven at the beginning for 400, and then now you're going to place in your oven immediately and reduce the oven temperature to 350. So then we're going to put it to 350, and now we're going to place them in right away. Ooh, hot. And we're going to bake them for 20 minutes or until a toothpick is inserted. So let's do that. They're in there and they are ready to go. And so now you're going to put into the center of the oven the toothpick when the 20 minutes is done. So I'm going to put a timer on for 20 minutes. And the timer is ready to go. So now, after that, you're going to wait until that is done. So then this is where you would clean and wait. So, and then make sure to wait and see how they look and turn out. We'd love to see you guys take pictures of them and post them in the comments or even message them to us, as we would love to see everybody enjoy them. And then after, at the end, I forgot to remind, remove from the oven and allow to cool for 5 minutes, and then wrap up and store them in the refrigerator if you want. And then save the remaining muffins, whatever you'd like. So that is our banana muffins recipe. I will take a picture of our muffins at the end when they're done cooking and everything, and I will post them in the comments or on our Facebook story so you guys can see the after the finished product, which would be amazing, and they would look delicious. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I hope you try this out with your kids at home, and have a great one and a great day, my friends. Bye.